Greetings. The Master Control Program has chosen you to serve your system on the game grid. Those of you who continue to profess a belief in the users will receive a standard, substandard training which will result in your eventual elimination. Those of you who renounce this superstitious and hysterical belief will be eligible to join the warrior elite of the MCP. You will each receive an identity disc. Everything you do or learn will be imprinted on this disc. If you lose your disc or you fail to follow commands, you will be subject to immediate de-resolution. That'll be all. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Collector vs. Wild Shows, BC, the Brain Supreme here at the Brian Chambers Movement. We're back with Blood, Omen, Legacy of Kain. I'm having too much fun with this game, and I'm afraid that the internet's going to find out I'm having fun, and then they're going to shut it down. That's what I'm scared of, is that the internet's going to find out that Brian's having a good time, and it's going to be a wrap. Anyway, I pray you all are doing fantastically well today. Let's go ahead and let the TikTok family know. Oh, Jesus Christ, TikTok. So I got to figure out, I think I'm supposed to warp up here. I played a little bit of this off screen so that I know what the hell I was doing. It's been a couple days since I've fired the game up. But I played it a little bit last night before I went to bed. I was like, all right, let me remember where I'm at so I can jump into the game and start playing. Jenny's here. Broken Soup is here. What's happening? I need you to calm down and relinquish your power to the users. Flint out. Well played, Broken Soup. All right, Stream Team. Dag, nab this app. Hey, what's up, Stream Team? We're in the stream. Come hang if you got the time. If you don't, keep killing. All right, my team now knows we are live, and now I can hang out with all you wonderful humans. Oh, I got to tell the TikTok folk, because TikTok tripping. Actually, TikTok is fine. I'm just fat fingering my phone too much. This is, oh, okay. Oh, hey, nicely done, TikTok. Way to save my screw up. Well played. All right, let's get this thing going. So I want to ask you guys help with something. When we do these streams, I just want to make sure everything is loaded on that end. Okay, yeah, we're good to go. When we do these streams, one of the things I would supremely like y'all's help on is, because I haven't really figured out, I'm usually pretty dope at this, but with TikTok, it's been an interesting challenge, which means that usually when I'm having these challenges, I'm overlooking some fundamental, simple thing that I've forgotten because I do too much. But communicating with the people on TikTok in a method that's effective to get them to want to be a part of what we're doing here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this mic. Hold on one sec. Because I know you guys can hear me. I can see the feed, but I'm trying to figure out why. I'm used to having it down. Let me know if you guys are hearing an echo with the game sound, not with me. I'm having to do some stuff here with my mixer to make sure that we're not it ain't going stupid. That dude is hard to kill and suck his blood. I did a much better job killing him today than I did last night to move this rock. Kill this in the world. Get your monkey, Geralt of Rivia looking ass out of here. Get him, that's the blood. Kill his ass. That's what I'm talking about. Kill everybody. Chicken dinner. So yeah, I'm wondering how I can communicate a little bit more effectively on TikTok when I encourage folks to come hang out on these streams, because the people will tell me, oh, I love your live streams. I wish I could have more of them. And then I'll tell them, hey, I'm streaming now. And then it's just crickets. Now, I'm not talking about nobody came when I posted the video today. People are busy. People have life. It's school for a lot of people, right? But not for my audience, because I don't, my audience is certainly not school age. But more on the lines of consistently just people saying they'd like to come hang. My question, I guess, this guy, is it that they don't actually want to be on YouTube? Because some of the feedback I got from the folks on TikTok when I've made announcements in the past was they just don't F with YouTube. I was like, oh, that's fair. If you're not on YouTube, then you could disregard everything I just said. But it's been interesting to see how many people see the video saying, hey, if you want to do this stream, come hang, and then like no one at all, like not no one, but very few people in terms of like if you're measuring conversion are actually coming and subscribing. So I'm wondering, I'm missing a step somewhere, and it might just be that the TikTok audience is very, because like I said, the ones who have given me feedback is very, getting feedback from customers and not just customers, but just anything where you're talking to people that don't know you really well or trust you. It's like pulling teeth sometimes. That's why so many people pay you to do surveys in their business. Like every time I buy a game at one of my retailers, they ask me to do a survey to pay me $100, and because I just don't feel like doing their dumbass survey, it's like, dude, just keep the money. Don't do this dumbass survey. I know the owner, he's awesome, he knows me, I love your business. You're awesome. Everything y'all do is amazing. I just got an amazing game from my collection. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. You got to tune into the show when I announce it. But he gave me a steal on it. I mean, not like hundreds of dollars off, but when you look at what it was selling for in the market and you look at how he marked it down, I was impressed. I was like, man, this dude, this is why I F with this dude. Because he could have made way more money selling that game to me. Not way more. He could have made, I mean, in video game money sales, though it is a lot of money, he could have made an extra 30 to 50 bucks off of me and didn't. If I'd had to go to eBay, I was paying 50 bucks more than I did. And I didn't have to. Yay, my friend that owns a video game store, eStarland.com. You guys should check him out. If you're in the DC area, just go. eStarland. In a place called Chantilly. I was just there moments ago. But they took care of me. They got me a game that I can't wait to share with you guys. And just a sweet, sweet deal that you get. So anyway, yeah, just working to figure out if you're one of the new folks here that did, one of the few people that did come from the TikTok side of the house, let me know, like, because what I'd like to, hey, that's something important. So we're playing Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. If you're just tuning in and have no idea what's happening here.
And much information can be gleaned. However, the illusion is flimsy, and any act of aggression on my part can break the spell.
Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. That's why it's this one. I thought I just picked up the other spell, and I didn't. The menu in this game is troubled. It's bad. I'm going to have to select this, then exit out, then go back and select the thing I actually want. Like, it will not let me just not select anything, which to me is problematic. And it's sometimey. When you push the button, it doesn't always go through. Anyway. So yeah, I'm looking for some feedback from our TikTok folks. Like, I think 1,000 people or so saw the last video I made, and not a lot of people see the videos, which is exactly how it should be. I'm telling people to leave TikTok to come hang out with me. TikTok is of course going to kill that video. But I'm wondering if some of the feedback I got from the folks on TikTok, just talking about, hey, I just don't screw with YouTube. I'd love to hang with you, but I ain't doing it there. I wonder if that's kind of the MO, because I am not a social media guy in terms of like really being in touch with the consumers. That's not the right word, because I'm in touch with you guys because I talk to you all the time. But I'm not in touch with your lives and what you do and what you get into. Like, so when people tell me they're not into YouTube or they're into TikTok, like one of the things I'm seeing from the consumer side of YouTube, because I'm not that guy, I do watch a good amount of YouTube, but there's this rift between YouTube and TikTok with some of the people I'm seeing, that their whole reason for being on TikTok is because they were disgruntled and frustrated with they were creators who were frustrated on YouTube, which totally get it. And believe me, TikTok is not the first platform that YouTubers have gone running to, because YouTube is a freaking professional rapist. And what I mean by that, that's one of my terms. They don't actually rape people that I know of. But what they do, quite frankly, is if you wanted to come on this platform and truly produce content at scale that let you build something like a business or an influencer career, you're going to put in a lot of man hours to make that happen. It is a full, like, that's why it's like, if you want a full-time job, yeah, be a YouTuber. Did I get a dodge button in this jump? Oh, he's going to let me be this dude. Hell yeah, what does this guy do? Oh no, it's me, babe. It's me. Be cool. Same team. At least I should look like I should be on your team. So I can turn into other people now? That is too much. What's up, dog? Coolin'?
Now, perhaps your egg servants. One day, one escaped the keep and stumbled into our village. Mad he was, and his skin and hair white as a sheet. scared out of his wits.
Wow, they really had
Napraptor had servants. One day, one escaped the keep and stumbled into our village. Mad he was, and his skin and hair white as a sheet, scared out of his wits.
So you can't really interact with any of them.
Ooh, aren't you the
Oh,
handsome
girl,
one?
I'm handsome as it gets.
The nights can
The
get very
Egyptian
cold
Chris
around
Hemsworth.
here,
You better know that
stranger.
shit.
I can help you get through
Yeah, get
it.
through it, girl.
There used to be a vampire living there. Before the Sarafan hunted and killed him, they say he screamed 80 days and nights before he died. He vowed vengeance, he did.
At times, my magic extends into very exotic disciplines, such as the manipulation of time. I am able to slow time down so I can move about, quick as a wolf, while all others move as though they were mired in mud.
Oh, snap. Are they going to attack me now that I'm in the
Good
crib?
day to you.
I didn't mean to do that.
The nights can get very cold
No, looks like
around
we're
here,
all right. Looks like we're all
stranger.
right.
I can help you get through it.
Ooh, what's that? Oh, that's the thing where I can stop time. Hell yeah, I'm going to stop me some
The
time.
king's heart pines for his daughter. Someone stole
Too
his
slow,
soul.
girl. Look at me moving. Jerry Rice. Actually, Jerry Rice is a bad analogy. He wasn't the fastest receiver. He's just the best. In fact, in testing, I think I actually ran faster than him in the 40, which means nothing. Because the 40 obviously don't mean shit if the best guy that ever played the game didn't run it that fast.
Save Victor!
I'm about to bite it. This dude about to take my ass out. Get in his house. I walked up in this town. They kicking ass all night out here. Run. Don't get your ass beat. I need to get back to that cave where all the tied up people are so I can take their blood from them and continue to live. Anyway, super happy to be here with you guys. Thanks for hanging with us. Oh, Jesus Christ, this game is not playing with your ass. Done. I wonder if is this game going to make me...
The Heart of Darkness.
What did that do?
Save Victor!
Done. So I guess that card lets you die once.
The Heart of Darkness.
Oh, those hearts let you die and keep killing. Get that blood, ho. Give me all that blood. I'm coming for your ass. Look at you missing, ho. Look at you missing. I can't fight.
Save Victor!
Damn it, I killed him. That's the problem. It's like that last blade when you're trying to swing fervently to not die. The last blade kills the guy and doesn't let you suck his blood. Let's do this. Nope, wrong menu again. Yeah, the menu system in this, like if I had to criticize anything about this game, it's the damn menu system. Come on, man, just get there. Damn, what was that? It just exploded. And I'm mad that it used those hearts of darkness without my permission. Got 17 mutilations, 3 out of 100. Damn, I only got 3 secrets. Prestige, I'm a whelp. That's what they call you in Shadowrun on Super Nintendo when you first get started. And no mercy. Your ass going back to where you saved that hoe. Peace. All right, Jenny says, hey, Broken Suba says, oh, I already read that one. Jenny says, Suba, good topic today. You'll do amazing. Jenny says, nope, all good. Jenny says, at Bryant, we can all do video promoting you on here. Well, what the hell is this? Sorry, my focus is in more than one direction, and I don't know what this menu is. Ah, I hit the wrong button. Menu has a little bit of lag to it as well. See, Brian, we can all do a video promote. Yeah, and so I made the video telling folks about it. Enough people are seeing the announcements to come hang out. They're just not actually doing anything about it. Now, the law of 2.5% dictates that, yeah, only 2.5% of people are going to respond to this dumbass message you just sent anyway. But it's not even meeting the 2.5% rule, which leads me to believe either I'm doing something wrong or TikTok is just entrenched. Like, and those are two conclusions that may both be false because I haven't. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking out the window. I don't have any better conclusions to draw at this point because I don't have that much data to base it on. But my gut tells me people don't like being disrupted. They're doing something. They don't want to be asked to go do something else any more than I do. And you catch them at a time where it's just like, dude, and I imagine what's happening is the folks that do want to hang are saying, oh, I'll get to that later instead of doing it. That's why when you see me on live streams on TikTok, when I'm telling people to go do something, I'm saying, no, stop and go do it now because I know humans. You're going to say, yeah, I'm going to do it later, and then you're not going to. And then you're going to be the guy that's calling me or emailing me in 2 years like, man, do you still have that program? Yep. Told your ass to get in there. So it's just people are busy and distracted. What I'm trying to figure out, truthfully, is are they just so distracted that I just need to keep saying it, which is normal. You know, I don't know if you guys know this. It can take up to and beyond sometimes 15 times on the internet mentioning something before your audience will do them hearing it 15 times. Let me say that right. Because it doesn't matter if you say it 15 times. Sometimes your audience needs to hear things about 15 times before they take action on it. So that's in play. However, one of my gut feelings from the actual feedback I've gotten from a few people is they just don't want to be bothered with YouTube. And if that's the reality, then I'll just stop. Like if what's going on TikTok, and maybe I'll make a video just asking the audience this. If the audience on TikTok is just not having it, and it's not 100% true because obviously there's other TikTokers who I'm connected to on the platform who have built even bigger YouTube channels than what they have on TikTok. However, what they make is grossly entertaining for people who like sensationalism. That is not, we're doing intellectual shit here. Like if you're under, first of all, if you're under 25, you're in the wrong place. Not necessarily, there's young people here, but chances are, if you're under 25, you're probably not having a great time. A couple people are, I can name some of them. But the other piece is, we're not creating that type of high-octane, super fun stuff. We're creating a place for us to come and have a cool space to hang out and chat about shit that matters while we play some games. So that's going to be a very, very much smaller number of people, right? So what I'm wondering is, I just think people are not interested in what's being offered, especially not having to come to YouTube to do it. And if that's the case, the reason why I asked the question is, if that's the case, I'll stop wasting your time. I won't bring it up again at all. Like I will gladly rock with the 200 or so people we have here. Because by the way, I'm not going to keep announcing it because I've told my team last night I don't want these streams to get big. I want to keep them intimate. Because I've seen, thankfully, TikTok keeps streams intimate. Just kind of by the nature. If you're a me, I don't really draw that type of crowd. But what I don't want to do is have this explode and then become one of those entertainment streams where it's just like, dude, I'm not. Like the comment section just turns into the diarrhea of people vying for their own attention on on your show. It's just like, dude, I have no interest in kids screaming shit at me. I'm good. So I do want to keep this somewhat small. I just want to make sure we're giving the people that are on TikTok the opportunity, if they want it, to come hang. If y'all don't want it, cool. I won't keep saying it. Damn it. I gotta get used to the controls with this game. By the way, this is Blood Omen Legacy of Kain if you're just tuning in. It's a fantastic game. I'm having a ball playing it. I wonder if I will feel that way all the way through it. Time will tell. There it is. Which one is the damn jump button? Right, so it's there. It is. No, don't fight. I want to talk to you, ho. All right, so it looks like these folks are in the talking mood. So let's switch to our little the loading screens in this game. Oh, I didn't get it. Oh, that's right. I went to the town first to get it. Never mind. Stay as you are. Let's just push through this town and figure out what we need to do. This is an adventure game. Kind of an adventure dungeon crawler. Hey! Talk to me, Goose. That's the first time I've hit one of those and it actually broke and gave me something cool. It's kind of in the vein of Zelda, but like if Zelda were actually fun controlled a little bit worse than it should, and didn't have all the stupid puzzles in it. Suck that blood. Oh, girl, get naked. Dude's naked too. We all get naked in here. It's equal opportunity. All right, iFlame says, "What's up? What up, Flames?" Jenny says, "I wanted to duet one of your last video posts." Yeah, go nuts. Like, if I have duets turned on, you are allowed to do, like, because I can control whether or not people duet my work. So if I didn't want somebody to duet something, I just wouldn't do it. I would just turn it off. If it's letting you duet it, go nuts. Suba says, "Thanks, Jenny. Curious to see which direction B goes, but I figured it'd be a good topic for the broader audience." Word. I missed the topic, I think, for today. I don't think I saw it. What's up, Pistachio? All right, so the second stream tonight where we do Star Ocean should be around 8 p.m. That could possibly change, depending on what me and my wife end up doing around these parts for the evening, and when we have dinner and stuff. So there you go. 8 p.m. is the current scheduled time. We'll see if that sticks. At present, there's no reason why it shouldn't, but our dinner time might get moved. So there you go. I'm excited to do a little bit of that Star Ocean, man. I've been waiting to get back into that game for a while, and I'm interested to see playing it on the PlayStation 3 instead of on the Xbox 360. One thing I know will be better about the PlayStation 3 version is, let's see, Bighorn Brothel. I was killing hoes. No! No! You don't kill the only workers in town that are authentic and honest. You take those hooker killings back immediately. That was a whorehouse? Come on, bro. Those are the people I should have been helping, not killing. Good thing is the hoes respawn. But here's the one thing. Were the women the hoes, or was the dude in there the hoe? That's the real question. All them bloods. Blood. Out of here. Long Ooh, I wonder if those big barrels can be broken. Nah, they can't. I already tried those. Another building. Anyway, so how's everybody else doing today? Suba, what is the topic for today? Suba is our resident topic guy that decides, hey, here's what we're talking about tonight.
The bastards in Stenchen Crow shun me as Nosgov shuns them. I know what it means to be an outsider, vampire. I fear you not. But remember this, there are others who will speak to you, so long as you know how to look.
All right. And if you guys didn't catch, if you're just tuning in or you're not a part of the stream team here, or if you're not one of the crazily observant people that saw that I changed the description of last night's video, Immortals Phoenix Rising is officially done. And I don't mean I beat it. I mean it beat me. And I'm done. I'm at a point in my life where, I don't usually make busyness excuses for anything, but let's just suffice to say I got some things going on. So it's like when I sit down to do the only hobby I have besides lifting weights is video games. I'm not a hobbies guy. Like, my work was always my fun. Not always, because I've done some work that I probably wish I could undo. But for the most part, the things I signed myself up to do are the things that I enjoy. It's part of why I wanted to be a professional football player. But, Supa's comment just made me lose my train of thought. Too many things going on at once, Jesus. As I stopped to read Supa's comment, I'm like, oh, dang it. Now I forgot what I was saying. Oh, y'all swinging? Let's swing, G. Swing that thing. Let's go. Swing, ho. Swing it! don't want to kill nobody at these brothels. No, why is there blood blue? What was that? Who are y'all? Some alien stuff. What's going on here? Look at that blood. All that blood. I need it. All your blood. So the blood I'm sucking must be magic then, because it's blue. Red. Ooh, the blue. It's like the metaphor of blue bloods. Oh, they're ghosts. This must be a place I already killed all the people at. This is killing ghosts. I can't tell if that's filling my health bar or not. No. Alright, let's get up out of here. Let's see. Broken Super says, I can give you a gist, but you probably want to check signal for it. Pockets and I brought up some interesting points as well. Manipulation in itself is neither. So here's what as the guy in charge of our topics, here's what I am going to challenge you with, because you are extremely verbose. But when you're communicating with other people, you need to find a way. So in facilitation, right? If I'm going into a business and I'm helping people fix their shit, right? Inevitably, I'm usually in the room with the senior executives or whoever's in charge of the operation that I'm going in to help, right? And one of the things, they'll start talking about the problems, and I'll say, okay, give me a headline for that. What is the main point you were trying to make, right? Because me sifting through, because what you do is a lot of what I do, and you do in writing what I do in talking, which is I will talk around the point until I've given it enough comprehensive context to laser fire the point. Now, when I make my point, everybody has enough perspective and context not to really feel like this wasn't thought out. But like reading through your pontification, like the headline of last night's talk was, what are the effects of population increase on ego? Specifically, peer pressure as it relates to being in smaller tribal units. The peer pressure, I theorize, would be stronger. Right, like I promise you, if you wrote 27 paragraphs like you normally write, I ain't reading all that shit. So give me a headline. Like, and what I'm challenging you to do, brother, I'm teasing you, but what I'm actually challenging you to do is learn how to be verbose, but also learn how to make that shit succinct. Learn how to do the economy of words, because you're like in marketing. One of the things, one of my favorite lessons in marketing that I learned and I teach is if you're using 100 words to say what you can say in 10, you're fucking lying. Or you're not fully warped into what you're trying to talk about. So if it's some long ass shit that you wrote, please don't make me read that shit. It's funny, y'all be sending me text messages that are 500 words. Like, what the fuck were you doing today? Not Sulo, by the way. Like, what were you doing today that you could two-finger type a 500-word fucking essay? I've never been able to do that in my life. Like, and I want to know because you're amazing, not because I'm criticizing you. Like, what type of focus do you have in your existence?
The heart of darkness.
Where you can write a 500-word essay. Anyway, so yeah, just to the degree that you can, just give me the headline and I'll talk around the point. And then what you can do is just fill in the blanks as I touch on the thing. Give me some blood, damn it. I'm trying to live out here, Jesus. Oh, speaking of living, just what we needed. Manipulation in itself, this is Supra, is neither good nor evil. When used properly, i.e. for the betterment of each individual organization involved, it's called. Yeah, so here's how I'd headline that, Supra. Manipulation in itself, right, is agnostic, right, is morally agnostic, right? Another definition for manipulation is influence or leadership. Like that's what I'm saying. Like learning, I think taking a copywriting course would really help you a lot. Because being able to take these grandiose ideas, because you have great intellectual ideas, and you at times have trouble distilling them down into something that's digestible. And believe me, I only recognize it because I do it too. So, but being able to make that more succinct, like you think through your writing the same way I think when I'm talking. But if I'm having a conversation with a person where we're trying to flesh out shit, I'm going to make it as succinct and direct as I possibly can. If you and I are just sitting around fucking around, chit-chatting, yeah, we can just throw it back and forth at each other. You can say it how you want. But I would say with the questions, before you type them for me to read, just headline that shit. Make it like treat it like you're writing a Twitter post. You can only write 140 characters. Go. Right? And if you can't write 140, obviously you can take a couple of messages if it's a lengthy question like this one is. The ability to sell a good or service is a form of manipulation, okay? And the best approach, or at least the moral approach, okay? The moral approach is to sell with the mindset that what you are providing will help the customer with their needs, problems, while compensating you for your time. Okay. So I'm not a reader. You guys, and that's one of the things you guys got to help me with. When you use a lot of words to say what I can say in 6, my brain, and this is the same concept that you're seeing me deal with right now trying to read these comments, that you see me have when I'm playing video games when I mute the damn people talking. Because my brain gets fucking overloaded with like, what is, and I'll tell you, in communicating with a person that has violent dyslexia, PTSD, and a bunch of other shit and traumatic head injuries, the best way to communicate with us, start with the point. Start with the thesis and the conclusion you're trying to draw first, then flesh out all the context. Like I would start this with, because I can kind of see what the point you're trying to make, which is I don't think manipulation is bad. We use it as a bad word, but it's not inherently bad. That's my thesis. Now, here's why I'm saying it. 1 sentence. Here's what I'd like to ask. 1 sentence. Right? So what I feel like you're doing is what I do when I talk, if I'm pontificating, which is you are thinking in your writing to land on your points. So what I would have you do is write that shit down first, read it, headline it, and this is just specifically for when you're coming up with the topics for the show. When you're here, do whatever you want. But do the revisions in your own space so that everyone doesn't have to try to follow your thinking. We can just follow the points you're trying to make. And I say that full well knowing I'm a dude that does this all of the time when I talk. Right? So I empathize with you 1,000%. But let me keep reading this. So setup here is not the most fun thing. I need a headphone jack, and now I got a new headset that doesn't have male to male, so you have to use the damn jack. I have a headset. Why do they make headset fucking cords 3 feet? Like, this thing should be 1,800 feet long so I can walk around my damn room. Anyway. Pistachio says I'm guilty of 5. Yeah, I just don't know how y'all do it. How do you have the time? Because I can't type out a complete sentence in a text without all the words being jacked up. How do y'all take the time to write 500-word essays with 2 fingers? Y'all are some fucking genies and magicians out here. I'm amazed at the people who pull that off. And I'm not even being sarcastic. Like, wow. I will say it's usually the younger folk that are able to do that. I've never met anybody over 35 that's out here tossing out 70,000 word text messages, but maybe, I don't know, maybe you're over 35. Get your ass over here and take this ass. He knocked me right back in the cave. Let's see. Super says, Roger, working on it. Yeah, me too, brother. Super goes on to say, so the question is, at what point or what marketers indicate when marketing goes from positive? Okay, so rephrase that question because I don't understand the way it's written. The question is, are you asking at what point does me manipulating you for your good? I think what you're really trying to ask is, a sale is, it's mutual manipulation. You want something from me and I want something from you. I've created a product that you love and you have money. We're both manipulating each other, and that's the part that's missing from your whole write-up. We're both manipulating each other. We're both influencing each other. We want something from each other, possibly. Right now, in my case, the money isn't what I want. The money is just what I make as the value of exchange so that people have skin in the game and take action. What I care about is the outcomes. So what I want from you is to take, and this is a guy that I mentor, so I can say it directly. I want to take you and help you be everything that you think you should be and even could be, and take you a little bit beyond that and give you a life that you're supremely excited and happy and enthusiastic about. That is what I want. Why would I do that? Because that seems selfless. It's not. I get to feel like a good person. I get to feel good about myself for helping another person. That feels good to me. That's what I live for, the opportunity to be there for someone who needs me. Because I didn't grow up feeling needed or wanted. I was abandoned at birth, right? So my whole life has been about trying to acquire the love of other people through serving them. Now I've just turned it into something that's actually beneficial and lucrative, right? But what it sounds like you're trying to ask me is, when does the manipulation of a sale become malicious? Is that the question? Versus, obviously, we're manipulating each other because we want something. I want to make your life great so I can feel good about myself, and you want to make your life great so you can feel good about yourself. Great, we both want the same thing. What you're saying is, when at that point of the relationship does it become me only manipulating you for my benefit? Is that the question? And I think the better question, or the more effective question for why you're asking it, is how do I not cross that line? Right? How do I not go from a healthy, because I say this on the internet all the time, my role on social media is to manipulate people to make their lives better. I manipulate people every day. I say rhetorical shit that people scream about because they think it's my beliefs. No, this is a rhetorical statement designed to elicit an emotional response from you to get you to take action. It's not the truth, it's not the gospel, it's just words to make you feel something so your ass gets up out of the bed and lifts a goddamn weight today. Right? It's just words designed to get you to react emotionally in a way that'll benefit you. Right? So when does me manipulating people become me doing it only for my benefit, and thus we could morally or at least ethically argue that that's probably not a good thing? Why? Because if I'm only taking care of me, I'm taking something out of the system without putting anything back. That disagrees with E equals MC squared. We now have an imbalance in our universe, which means there's going to be conflict and chaos. That goes poorly for everybody. I literally just got off an email with a customer that was having a vicious issue. Not with something that we did, with something that was done to them outside of our business. And I went out of my way to help these people. It wasn't even necessarily my responsibility for some of the stuff we did, but I did it anyway because I wanted this person to be taken care of. Right? Because I do care about people, and the selfish side of it is I don't want my reputation to be tarnished by somebody who thinks what we're doing out here is taking advantage of me. Right? Because what happened is somebody took advantage of them, and now it's in our sphere, so it's like, well, it happened here, how are you going to help us? Here I am. What can I do to help? What information do you need? What do I need to send you? I'm here. I'm here to help you. What can I do to assist you? Right? Because my reputation depends on that customer interaction. It absolutely depends on it. And I'm not Sony. I don't have 1 billion customers, so I can't just treat them all like shit, which, by the way, I don't want 1 billion customers because I never want to get to the point where I can. I actually told one of my investor companies where I invest, they fucked up my account and I had to hit them up. And this is what my email actually said. It was a total asshole move, but I wrote it to kind of be funny and have a good time with the tech support because they're bored. And it's COVID. They're stuck at home. They want to read something interesting. So I wrote this because their message to me in the app was, "Ayo, we just shut your account down. Hit us up." Like, what? How do you not notify me before you shut my account down? What is that shit about? So this is what the email said. Oh, word was the title. So let me make sure I got this right. Y'all are going to shut my shit down and lock me out of it. Not tell me why. And then just say, hey, bro, we're shutting your shit down and taking your money. Give us a call if you want your money. The next sentence says, I truly hope one day I build my business to be so big and lucrative that I can send fuck yous like that to my customer. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? If you're going to shut me off, let's have it. Now, the truth of the matter is that there was an administrative error. I didn't get the email I should have got when things went wrong. And the issue was caused by my bank being a bitch. And it's just like, fine, we'll figure that out. But don't just shut off my shit and leave me a note like, hey, yo, I just whooped your mom's ass. If you want revenge, meet me at the corner. Like, what the frick are you talking about? This dude's about to kill my ass. I better start using some magic. You better start using some magic out here, G. These hoes ain't playing. Oh, shit, he takes more than one hit. Bow in your ass. Let me get that blood up out you, B. That blood about you. Wait, so did he do a move on me where I'm now bleeding and that's going to shank me? This game does not play when you get further in, bro. Not playing with you. That's the whorehouse where I already shot everybody. I ain't trying to shoot no more hoes.
The bastards and stench crow shun me as Nosgov shuns them. I know what it means to be an outsider, vampire. I fear you not. But remember this, there are others who will speak to you, so long as you know how to look.
This lunatic was delighted to see me. Perhaps his madness would reveal a greater truth. This lunatic was delighted to see me.
Oh, okay. Let's
Perhaps his
can I
madness
cut this off? I
would
don't need to
reveal a
listen to that a
greater
second time.
truth.
It's not. That's right. I didn't go get the other ability yet. Damn it. Screw it. I'm the wolf. Kick ass as the wolf. Y'all want to see the wolf, ho? Me, ho. I'm the wolf. Out here wolfing bitches. Sorry. But anyway, so I went out of my way to take care of that person because that's how you maintain your reputation. And then coming full circle back to my situation, sending the email, I was like, I hope I get to send fuck yous like that to my customers one day. Like, Jesus Christ, you're doing so well. You could just fuck you to your customer. And I would never do that to a customer. That's shitty behavior. You know, but she was extremely helpful, got all my stuff figured out. We're good. It shouldn't have happened, but we're good. You know, stuff happens. Businesses are not perfect. Mistakes happen. But it's just like, I want people to know that I'm there for them. Not to take something from them, but to give them something. And that takes time. You got to build trust and rapport. People aren't trusting because they've been hurt. And you got to be empathetic with that. It's like I was having a conversation. Miko was trying to talk me into helping one of her friends become an entrepreneur. I was like, no. That person has no conscientiousness. They will drive me nuts and not get anything done. Like, they're super artsy and super non-conventional. And yeah, you can do some entrepreneurial shit off that kind of energy. But if you have no conscientiousness and you can't stick with stuff, I can't help you. Like, you're just not gonna make this work. So it's like, nah. I said, and I'd be doing her a disservice trying to build her into something that she's not. You know, she is a free spirit artist personality. She is not going to do well with the, like, basically, if you want to own a business, this is what I tell people that hit me. I'm like, yo, B, I want to start a business. I'm like, are you sure about that? Because I don't think you're being honest. Why? You own businesses? Yeah. But if you ever ask why? Like, if I could do what I'm doing without owning businesses, amen. Because when you own a business, you're basically signing up to get that ass beat regularly. Like the situation I'm talking about where you got to get involved and help people. Like, it's not a game. And you got to be a damn gladiator to be good at business shit. So, is this dude just dying every time I turn into the wolf? What's the deal here? 'Cause he clearly is not doing well. Damn, all that shouting. You can tell this game is a little bit challenged with the controls, which is fine, man. That's not the end of the world. Here we go. This is what we need, Jesus, right here. Woo, I made it back without dying. Well, hopefully I don't die once I get in the cave, because it sounds like he's in the process of dying still. Hurry, man, before the blood kills you. All these load times. Oh, damn it, I already took her blood. Shit. Whose blood did I not take yet? Yours? Nope, took yours too. I know I didn't take yours. Give it up. Thank God. Turn that. Why does every video game have to have that heartbeat or an alarm that goes off? I got why they did that in the arcades. It's because they wanted to amp up your anxiety so you would lose. But when I'm at home, I don't want that shit. It's not fun. They want more quarters. It's a casino. But at home, I already gave you the $60, man. Let me play. Running is the answer here today. I just want to get to a place where I can read comments and not get murked. Is that possible? All right, here we go. Broken Super says, yes, that was it. Hold on, let's get to the map here, shan't we? So it looked like what they wanted me to do was push through that town and work my way west. Man, I got my ass beat in that town. I want to go to that town. The town's kicking people's asses. So Suba says, yes, that was it. When does it become malicious? Or what markers can a company look for to determine when it's getting there? Not a question for me specifically. I figured it'd be a good topic for the audience to hear your thoughts on how to properly use manipulation. So first and foremost, I wouldn't use the word manipulation. I'd use leadership and influence. Right? Just because the human animal can't hear the word manipulation and not immediately think negative things. Right? The goal of a comedian or a singer or an artist or a salesperson or a marketer is to keep somebody's attention and not disturb the story that's in their head. When you start throwing out words, like I remember one time I said the word, man, I love people violently. Now, what I meant was intensely, severely. He took it to mean I was beating on people. Like, how does that even jive? Dude, I'm talking about love. What about love beats the shit out of you? He's like, would you use the word violent? I said, you understand the word violent has more than one, like, it also means intensity. Like a violent storm rocked the coast. It's intensity. It's aggressive. Like, I love people with just a passion and want them to win. You know, and he could not get past the fact that I used the word violent. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And this was not an unintelligent man. This is a college-educated, 30-year career military guy. All right? This dude who I look up to. But in communicating with folks, you have to understand the things that set their brains off, man. You got to be able to speak people's language. And that's what I really had to learn. People are like, yo, B, what do I need to change to be good at the game? You need to get really good at interacting with people in a way that makes them want to be around you. Need influence, and that's the word. We're not really talking about manipulation, because manipulation also implies, because it's like something being malleable. I have to use my hands to manipulate it, so it almost implies that I'm forcing you, right? Influencing you is no. I'm giving you the encouragement and the knowledge you need to go out and do your jam, do your thing, right? So I would just take the word manipulation out of it altogether, and I just make it influence. How do you not manipulate people? Influence them for their own good. That's the answer. As long as everything you are doing is for their benefit too. And I say the word too because too many artsy-fartsy people get into trying to run a business, and it's all heart. It's all love. It's all, I just want to give. And it's like, no, you're going to go broke and be starving to death if you don't also take care of you. It's okay to have a fair value exchange. If I give you my Vectrex, I can expect you to pay me a couple $100 for that. That's fair. If I change your life, it should probably cost you more than $20 a month. Damn therapist won't see you for that much, right? But people want like churches and like people that help people. Like that should be free. Yeah, the information's free. I'm not calling you up every week to have a conversation with. I got kids, motherfucker. I love them way more than I love you. You want my attention? Holler at me. But the point is, it's not really about manipulating people. It's really, damn, this dude is persistent. Run your asshole. These people are not happy. Get your vampire ass off our lawn, they said. Damn, this dude's stalking. So yeah, I would take out the word manipulation altogether and just call it what it is, influence. And as long as what you're doing to influence people is making their life good, while it's making your life good, you have not crossed the line. That's it, right? When Sony started putting out shit products at the same price as their products that made them Sony, should I be expected to continue to send them my money? Like, just because they're my friends or I love them? Hell, you gotta make my shit work. You know what I mean? Like, that's manipulation. It's you had my trust because you became the best electronics maker on the planet. I have Walkmans, everything I used to get from Sony. And then when I stopped buying Sony shit, when I started buying my own car stereos and building stereo systems in my cars, because all my Sony stereos broke and sucked. The same way, by the way. The buttons would shoot off while you were like, it's like, what is this? And so Sony had my trust, but then they started making shit products because they thought, well, he already loves us. We don't need to work as hard. No, you need to work twice as hard to keep me as it took you to get me. And I'm not entitled. I don't need you to cater to me. I'm the best customer anybody will ever have, believe me. But I also, if we agreed on this shit's gonna be quality and I paid you, homeboy, either you better make this shit work properly or I'm gonna get them ends back, right? It's the same issue I have with modern day video games. Most of this shit these companies are churning out may be technical marvels of awesomeness, but in comparison to what they could be and what other games are, most games that come out are grossly mediocre. And we accept that shit. We just keep letting it ride because we keep showing up with our wallets. I've already started thinking, that going forward, I might be done with this Xbox and PlayStation shit. Like Nintendo's become kind of like a safe haven for me to find games, these off the beaten path games that I like so much. Nintendo's kind of become that sweet spot for that on the Switch. But I think I might be done. Because it's like I don't need to play. I just finished, I just gave up on Immortals Phoenix Rising. We streamed that last night. Hell no. I'm not wasting another second of my life pushing damn oversized marbles around buildings. It was like having a job working at a packing and shipping place. How is this fun for anybody? You can be bobbing and weaving, ho. Oh snap! How do I get through? Get ass out of here. So yeah, I would again. It becomes manipulation. There's my joint. I need to go.
There are benefits to traveling beneath a human guise. The threat to my person
I gotta
is
let him
lessened,
finish
and
this
much
sentence before it's gonna let me get to
information
the
can be
menu.
gleaned. However, the illusion is flimsy.
So yeah,
and any act
it
of
crosses the
aggression on
line
my
when you
part
make it
can
about
break
you.
the
It's
spell.
no more complicated than that. When you take money just for you, or you do a thing that's just for your benefit, that's when you cross the line. As long as what you're doing, this is the way I play the game. As long as what I'm doing gives you at least a little more value than what I'm charging you, then we both win. And I really win, because I'm giving you something for cheaper than it should be. Right? Like, for real. My 300 Spartans, mentoring program, which is very small. It's a small band of brothers and sisters and others that I help. Right? It's not a free thing, but understand that everybody that's in it, and most of you here probably aren't, and that's okay. Just understand, I need everyone that's not in it to hear this, because the people that are in it know it. Everybody that's in that program, regardless of what tier they're in, because we have slightly different services based on people's needs. Everybody in that program is grotesquely underpaying us. Grotesquely. For the amount of value and services that we're capable of giving. Now, I wouldn't say the value services we're always giving, because in some cases I've mentored people that don't take full advantage of what's there for them, because they're doing what they can with what they got, right? But, okay, which button is this? But yeah, like, I make it so that you're always underpaying me, right? Oh, damn it, it's going to make me selected. This is just technical beefs, man. This game's fine. Everybody stay cool. Chambers is not angry. It's just this game is showing its age. It's 1996 here, guys. We're working with it. Right, so, yeah, as long as so when I help people in that very small band of folks with the 300 Spartans, I'm basically giving away something to them that's changing their lives. Right? That's fair. Because I'll tell you straight up what... Like, I'm trying to think how to make an analogy that makes the point make sense. Like, if I were doing what I do for some of you all as a mentor, let's say because this has happened too, where CEOs of companies will bring me in to help them as an advisor. Right? Understand that usually those CEOs for their companies, because we're helping them make money. You guys have heard me talk where I went into the cybersecurity company to help them unscrew themselves, and that was years ago. That wasn't recent, but just so everyone's aware, what a 300 Spartan would pay for that type of help, that CEO of that company or that COO who's bringing his people together because they want me to help them work out all their problems, they're going to pay 10 to 20 times what an individual mentee would pay. But I also know an individual mentee, unless they're that CEO, can't afford that personally. There's no way they could. So, but my point is, I make it underpriced, but not undervalued.
The wagons from Avernus just never turned up.
Now, like I told you about my guy,
That's a
sold me the
bootleg.
game. I'm going to show
Its
you guys
glory now
when it gets here. I don't
stained
have it
and
yet. He shipped
faded.
it.
A faithful child in the looming shadow of Nupraptor's
He sold me that
retreat.
game. He could have made $50 more off of me for that game, and he didn't. He didn't. And matter of fact, there was 2 or 3 sales of it just on eBay recently where he could have looked at that and been like, "Oh, dude, I'm charging you. I'm taking your money." Didn't. Did not. Saved me some real ducatry for a collector's item that I have lamented trading in from the day I did it. Now it's back in my collection. And my guy, my friend, the CEO of that company, who I also helped once upon a time, hooked me. Right now, it wasn't free. I paid because I want his business to stay in business. And I would have paid full price to him with no complaints.
Something is
None.
amiss.
Because I want him and his
The
family to
value
have
from
that
Aaron
business
has just
forever.
never turned up.
Right? But he did manipulate me. Why? Because he wants me to come back to the store. And when he does right by me, I'm probably going to come back to the store. Right? But the way you don't cross the line is you do what my boy did at his store. You take care of your customers, man. It's no more complicated than that. And that's it. I'm glad you asked that question, because what's really interesting about your question is you set it up like it was this big complex thing. It's not. And that's what I find, and I'm still trying to put math to this in humanity. This is one of the things when you see my whiteboard that I haven't been able to write formulas out for. But humans, H equals, humans love complex shit that's easy, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, they like complex shit that's easy. So, Bloodborne, Dark Souls. It's complex. It is not difficult. Holding a rifle and hitting a running target is fucking hard. Obeying the rules of an overly fucking handicapped game that just beats the shit of you is hard in that it's very tedious and takes a lot of your patience. But it's not actually that difficult to do once you learn the patterns. And some of it is. There's monsters that have crazy moves and you gotta have good timing. That can be challenging. None of it's harder than hitting a moving target with a rifle while you're standing and breathing hard. Right? But most humans like shit that's complex and easy because it feels like you're making, and this is the part of the why, not the why, but part of the why. It's because it feels like you're making progress towards something that matters. And what you're doing is wasting a lot of time, because eventually what you're gonna have to do is the simple, hard thing. And all you seem to want to do is the complex, easy one. Right? Your question betrayed that you thought this was more complex than it is. It's not. And maybe you don't. Maybe you're just trying to get to a simple truth by asking hard questions. I don't want to make assumptions about your intent. That's it. Like literally, it's that simple. How do we avoid manipulating our customers? Give a shit about them. Treat them like you're your own family, and always, always, always let them win. That statement, the customer's always right, isn't about what they're saying. Because customers are wrong all the fucking time in terms of correctness. The customer's always right is the attitude you should have in taking care of them, because there's a good chance if you behave like that, they will be your customer for a very long time. That, my friends, how you avoid the negative side of influence. You just give a shit about your people and you take care of them. And you make sure that everything you do is about giving them more value than you ask for them in return. It's that simple.
At times, my magic
It's like treat your
extends into
customers
very
like your best
exotic
friend.
disciplines,
The
such as
easiest
the
way I can tell you to do it.
manipulation of time. I am able to slow time down so I can move about, quick as a wolf, while all others move as though they were mired
You sure
in
that's not my
mud.
wife? Oh snap, my brother's trying to hook me up with some clothes. Hell yeah. Take a shirt. Alright, let's go back to Suba, because it took me a long time to get to. Great question, as always, Suba. I love you, man. You kill it. Suba goes on to say, a lot of people are probably afraid of what they'd have to do to sell. They are, and it's because they have a wrong impression of sales, because they dealt with a shitty salesperson. You know why that customer emailed me bent out of their mind? Because they had dealt with another business that had taken advantage of them. And that shit does not feel good. So I went out of my way in over communicating and helping, and even saying, hey, if you need to get me in touch with other people to help close this out, holler at me. Here's my information. Because I know how that feels to not be taken care of. That shit sucks. Right? It's not that this person is cynical and wants to be mean to me. It's that they've been screwed before. And I don't want to add to that. I want to help them, not take something away from them. Treat them like your best friends, man. Why does this do? Oh, does it require magic to be in that state? Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, I don't want to die again, so let me get to a save point where hopefully I can replenish my health. Pistachio says $5 eggs at 7-Eleven is a great example of manipulation. That's dumb consumers. Like, I think it's $5. You're saying $5 for an egg, like one? That's murder. Yeah, if it's $5 for an egg, that's just a dumb consumer. Like, bro, stop buying $5 eggs and go to the grocery store. You know? Like, it's at some point, too, like, I am a little, like, I'm probably because there's this whole, and me and my mentor kind of debate this a little bit. And not debate it, he and I just don't necessarily agree, and we just accept that it's fine. We see it differently. But it's like, I am a believer in buyer beware, but I'm not a practitioner of it, if that does that make sense? That's a hard thing to really convey to people who aren't in business selling things. And some of you are, so I know you get what I'm talking about. But I believe in buyer beware. And here's what I mean by that. Me personally, it is my responsibility not to get taken advantage of. Not the responsibility of the business not to screw me. It's my responsibility to be educated and smart in what I buy. I bought Immortals Phoenix Rising. That game is not well made for me. Why? And why is it my fault that I wasted that $60 on buying that game? Because I didn't do enough damn research. I'm not blaming Ubisoft for making a shitty puzzle game that they disguised as an adventure game. I'm not blaming the reviewers. I'm blaming me for not looking up enough information to figure out that this isn't what I wanted. And I'm an extroverted action taker. So a lot of times I'm just going to take an action and see if it works, not pontificate and try to fucking debate it. I'm just going to do it. Like, is this game dope? Play it? Nope. I'm out. Right? But I don't blame anybody in the chain of command but me for playing that shitty game. And it's a fine game. It's just not a good game for me. I need to be careful with my words on the internet because people are weak and broken. Oh, look at me dodging. Oh, you can't even hit. I'm too real. Look at this bobbing and weaving out here, Jesus. You can't see me, Jesus. I'm too real. Oh, he can see you though. That brother gonna see. Oh, Jesus. They are everywhere. How do you get through this town without getting murdered? Somebody help me. But yeah, I believe in buyer beware. I should have been more aware, and I got taken by myself. In the same regard, I would not manipulate a person and then say, oh, that was buyer. Like, I wouldn't do something shady and then, oh, that was buyer beware. That's wrong. But I do think consumers need to be way better informed than they are. They don't like to be. When's the last time you read a book? Everybody. Well, everybody here reads books because you're my audience and I scream at you about it all the time. But, or maybe I'm your audience. Maybe that's the real kick here. Maybe I am y'all's audience and not the other. Really, my dude, you gonna make me sit here and look at this dumbass? Get your ass off my screen before I kill your ass. Oh, actually, if I do this, they won't attack me. Yes, the fuck they will do. Fuck you, they attack it. Right here with it. And then hopefully he'll reload and I can get out of here. Damn, these people want a brother dead. They are not fucking with you. I gotta be really mindful of where Axe Dude is. No! You donkey stroke hooker. Get off my screen. I'm over here trying to...
Aye, I've heard of a wise oracle who lives in the mountains to the north.
Damn it. Village Smithy. None of these people in the village want to mess with you, so they don't like you. So, oh no, they're not attacking. I'm good. I'm gonna bout out of magic though, so I need to hurry. Real, run your ass. So, hopefully, go in here and let our magic replenish, and then I can sneak my way. So that is actually the way you have to sneak your way through the town. And hopefully, I can get some blood right here. Gotcha. Woo! I get to live a little longer. Let my magic regen while I read some comments. Scooby-Doo. Let's see. So yeah, I believe consumers need to be way better informed and not be getting mad at companies that didn't give you what you want when you didn't read. But at the same time, companies need to take care of their people like their best friends. If both people took that responsibility, there'd be a lot more happy businesses and customers. But businesses are just as lazy as other humans, guys. Businesses are just people. Like, think of a business like, are you guys Transformer fans? A business is Devastator. A human, yeah, Devastator's a bad example because I don't know any of the Devastator robots. What's another one of those transformation robots? Anyway, so you're Devastator, and Swoop. No, Swoop's one of the Dinobots. Hall, or whatever the Decepticons are called. The bottom line is, a business is just Devastator. It's still humans coming together to make this entity. Right? It may have some practices and standards that are shit, but at the end of the day, there's still humans there. It's just it's a collective human that everybody, it's less able to perform than an individual human in some ways, and way more able to perform than an individual human in others. in terms of scale and production and whatnot. But the whole point is, if both of those people did that and took care of each other, we wouldn't have, like, if Sony had just not made shitty stereos, I'd still be buying their stuff. And they'd probably still be in the laptop making business. They just got in the business of trying to be like Apple by selling overpriced products, but they also were shit. Like, I will never say Apple makes terrible shit. They make shit that I can't stand. But that's just my personal preference with use. First of all, I hate all smartphones. When I shit on the iPhone, understand it's the best of all of the worst. And everyone's like, B, you need to try. No, I don't. They all suck. I can't use touchscreens. That's the problem. It's not Apple. But yeah. Anyway, that's the game. I think I've kicked the dead horse, shot it a few times, and we're good. Broken Super goes on to say, my example was more psychological. Pawn shops using the likely desperation of their customers as leverage to massively undercut them. Yeah, but that's another buyer beware situation. The market in that, because notice pawn shops are often in bad neighborhoods. Well, it's born out of necessity, right? Because people in those neighborhoods have needs. They're not necessarily going to be able to drive to the fancy place to get the thing they need and afford it. The pawn shop may provide a cheaper alternative, right? It's just used, or, because actually the pawn shops I've been to, the only thing that I've ever been price gouged on at pawn shops, because I usually know what I'm going in there to buy, is video games. And that's usually not because the pawn shop owner is malicious, it's because he's ignorant. He doesn't understand anything about video games. He just looked up the prices on eBay and decided that was the price today. It's like, you could both be making way more and should be making way less money than this. Stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny. Show I'm making money, see? Damn, these people, they are relentless. And I think I just went, damn, dude. Can I live out here, Jesus? Good Lord. When do I get an axe or something that can fight these guys? Because I only got 3. Damn! Right, where's the map? Am I going the right way anymore? Can't even tell. Yeah, it looks like it, but it looks like I'm also about to get my ass beat. All right, so let's try switching to Homeboy again. It's like I start reading when the loading screen comes up, but then I start getting chased. All right, should be safe here for a second. Stachio says, sure, Clem, if you look at convenience stores, their products are way overpriced on purpose. You aren't paying for the value of the product you're paying for. Yeah, that's why it's called a convenience store. You're paying for the fact that you could walk to get that Slurpee 5 feet from your house. Point. Oh, the sun is killing me. Good point, Clem. I forgot I'm a vampire, and rain kills you too. Look at these moves, Jesus. They don't want to see him, Jesus. He's too fast for him. And then watch there be 12 axe dudes in this house I'm trying to hide in. Use that magic quick, though, before they start slicing brothers up in here. There we go. I'm sure that opened up the gate. Now let's hurry up before our magic runs out. So this is what I'm supposed to be doing, because these axe dudes are murderous. There's no way I'm getting away that I'm going to be able to fight them. There's an item or something I'm missing that I'm going to need in order to get this right. Oh, shit. I'm trying to avoid that. Hurry. Don't let the sun kill you, vampire dude.